It's a new day. Yes, it is. Ladies and gentlemen, the Dallas Cowboys have already begun to make good on their promise to utilize that money to lock up multiple Pro Bowlers. And don't look now, but DaRon Bland just got his check. Let's get right into it as we discuss the Dallas Cowboys' latest move in locking up cornerback DaRon Bland and what that could possibly mean for another corner that's on our roster. Be sure to subscribe for more Dallas Cowboys content on the regular. Man, shut your up. Damn, boy, I need a haircut. I'm going to have to cut this mug off after this. All right, either way, man, DaRon Bland, Cowboys and cornerback DaRon Bland have agreed to a 4-year, $92 million extension with the team per multiple reports, first by @JGlazer. Bland locks in through 2029 at $23 million per year, making him the 6th highest paid cornerback in the NFL. Again, another perfectly executed deal by the front office this offseason in particular. Y'all have to remember, the cornerback market has surpassed the $30 million threshold, and DaRon Bland just locked in with the Cowboys. And by this time next season, this will probably be like outside of the top 10 as it pertains to cornerback pay. So this right here is absolutely a great deal for the Dallas Cowboys. It locks up one of their cornerbacks long term. So now we have someone other than Trevon Diggs guaranteed to be on this roster. Speaking of Trevon Diggs, ladies and gentlemen, this right here, to me, all but guarantees that this will be Trevon Diggs' last year in Dallas. And if we're being completely honest, since we just got rid of another player, I think that Trevon Diggs needs to follow suit, man. I know a lot of y'all, oh, he's our best corner. Hey, man, sometimes there's such thing as addition by subtraction. We got rid of one of, if not the biggest distractions on this team, and the biggest distraction that's been present on this team over the last few seasons. If y'all really think about it, there has been nothing else going on with the Dallas Cowboys distraction-wise outside of what that player brought to the Dallas Cowboys. DaRon Bland, he's been the exact opposite of that. Outside of having to miss some games for that foot injury, DaRon Bland has been a consummate professional. He's handled his business, and most importantly, he fits the culture that Brian Schottenheimer is trying to build. And to me, that's the most important factor here is we have to allow this head coach, we have to allow this franchise to change the culture, to do the very thing we've been asking them to do. We've been asking the Cowboys to go back to being all about football. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's happening right in front of our eyes. Now, the problem that many of you are finding is that you were blind to the biggest issue that was present on this team that wasn't about football. Jerry made a very hard decision, and he figured, hey, let's make this about winning again. Forget the splash plays. Forget having big-name players. Forget having guys who want to do everything else outside of play football. Let's go back. Let's get some veterans. Let's get some professionals. Let's start locking up these guys. Remember, this deal with DaRon Bland, this is technically a deal that's done early. A lot of people have criticized the Joneses because they haven't done deals earlier. This is yet another change in the status quo. Even the Micah trade, man, they have done everything differently this offseason, and they have shown us nothing but a change in culture, a change in procedure, and a change in what they are going to tolerate from their players, regardless of who the player is. I think this is the first domino to fall. I think that we're probably going to see Tyler Smith get done pretty quickly, and we may end up seeing Brandon Aubrey get done as well at some point, maybe before the season starts or a little bit after the season starts. I think the Cowboys are ready for business. They're about to lock up the guys that they want to lock up, and then they'll be able to add and supplement to this team. Remember, Jerry Jones has been talking about having to build around Dak Prescott. To me, this was the Cowboys organization making a decision. Hey, we're not about to build around a pass rusher. We're not about to build around anything other than the $60 million quarterback that we have. And the best way we can do that is make sure that we build a defense that isn't having to rely on making splash plays, that isn't having to rely on sacks or interceptions. I just want a defense that can get off the damn field on third down. I just want a defense that can keep the opposing team from having a 10-play, 12-play drive working their way down the field. I want a defense that can flip field position because they're actually able to get a 3 and out. That's the type of defense that wins championships. You don't want a defense that has to rely on star players to make star plays. You want a defense that plays fundamentally sound defense and plays a hard-nosed brand of football. And that's what Matt Eberflus and his coaching staff is trying to build. And again, like I said, I don't think this is going to be the last domino to fall as it pertains to the Dallas Cowboys making moves to supplement this team. DaRon Bland is locked up now. Trevon Diggs, you're absolutely on notice. I was just waiting for this to happen. Trevon Diggs, you're on notice now. They just made their decision. They're going to rock with DaRon Bland. I would not be surprised at all if we see Diggs end up getting traded at some point after he showed other teams that he's healthy. But this is good news. This is great news. And this right here is a morale boost for that locker room. More importantly, this is a morale boost because I'm sure there are some players in there that's like, damn, that's crazy. They're shell-shocked. But now you start paying some of the guys that's in there that have earned it. They have done this thing the right way. They haven't played silly-ass games and won silly-ass prizes. You start rewarding the guys that's doing it the right way, and you snap everyone's focus back to, hey, let's handle business. I got a family to take care of. I got bills to pay, and I got checks I need to cash. That's as simple as that, man. Absolutely love this move by the Jones family, especially in lieu of the Micah Parsons trade. They're already showing people, hey, we're about to use this money. That was one of the biggest criticisms I saw from people that were wanting to find something to criticize the Jones about. Oh, they have all this cap space. They have all these. They're not going to do anything with it. They didn't waste any time. They immediately got to work. And this right here, by the way, is actually going to help the team be able to be more aggressive and make more moves this season. Once you start locking up some of these more important guys, the only other guys that's really remaining that are important players on this team that need to be locked up are Tyler Smith and Brandon Aubrey. Outside of those two guys, you have George Pickens, which I hope they can get done at the end of the season because remember, George Pickens said he doesn't want to sign a new contract just yet. I think he wants to try to get his value up a little bit before he signs an extension. But beyond that, everyone else, they're in a prove-it situation. That means the Cowboys will be open for business, ladies and gentlemen. There's no telling what they're going to end up adding to this. There's no telling what their plans are. And I'm telling y'all right now, a billionaire's ego is a powerful thing. And Jerry is going to go into a mode of, hey, I want to be proven right. The same way he went out and got Deion Sanders right after he got rid of Jimmy Johnson, and his main goal was to, damn it, I got to prove myself right here. He's going to do the same exact thing with this Micah Parsons situation. Mark my words, and when it happens, I'm absolutely going to come up here and say, I told y'all so. Watch out, ladies and gentlemen. The Dallas Cowboys are about to get aggressive, and for the first time in years, they are about to optically seem as if they are aggressively pursuing a championship. And the reason that they can do that is they no longer have any players coming up that they're going to have to dedicate $200 million to. Now they have guys that are going to be top 10, French top 10 pay at their position outside of a Tyler Smith, but the NFL guard rate hasn't gotten up above $30 million yet. So even his contract is going to be palatable. This right here is just the first in a long line of moves that's about to come for the Cowboys. That's about to prepare them to compete not only for this season, but more importantly, next season. Because remember, this season, from the beginning, I've said this is a evaluation and development season. They're going to evaluate players that fits within the Brian Schottenheimer scheme, and they're going to develop the players that they feel can help them on this team. That's what this season is going to be about. They're going to be making moves to get this team together. And then by next year, we're absolutely going to be putting ourselves in a situation where we're competing for a championship. This year, I fully expect this team to be a playoff team. And who knows what happens once you get in the playoffs, because once you get there, anything can happen. Because at that point, it's just any given Sunday. But either way, DaRon Bland is locked up until 2029 at $23 million per year. A great deal for DaRon Bland. Absolutely nailed this one from the front office. See you guys on the next one. Let me know what you think about this down in the comments below. And how about them Cowboys?
Calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, am I still them boys? Y'all usually check on me. Listen. I'm still them boys. Hey! Woo! Oh, shut up, my boy. Hey! I'm still them boys.